What's up, guys? It's Dip 45. It's your host, Ed. Anyway, today's topic, it's gonna be a little bit longer topic. We are doing, something geared towards, basically, we're doing, something geared towards the, beginning crowd, I guess you could say. So, I'm sorry, guys, for the more senior crowd in the dipping world or dipping community. This video is going to be kind of boring for you guys, but I feel like I need. I know there's a lot of videos out there on this topic, but I feel like there's not necessarily as many videos on this as there should be, and this still can be addressed, and that I need to do a video on this, so I'm doing it. Yeah, that's where it's at. And yep. So if the senior crowd doesn't want to watch this, I understand. But anyway. Yep. But for the beginners, I would say there's going to be something in here for you. I know this video is going to be kind of long, but so there's got to be something in here for you. I'm going to be try to be as thorough as possible. That's why it's going to be pretty long, but so you may want to skip through parts of it if you're, if you've already started dipping but you want to know a little bit more information. You can maybe skip through parts of it. That's all up to you. But if you want to get the whole thing, go right ahead and watch it all. Anyway, we'll play the intro and then I get into the video. So, yep. Alright, that was the Redneck Dipping Song by Big Rig. Anyway, shout out to those guys. Great comedy song. Trying to figure out how to do some more or some different parts of the song, but without having editing software, it's kind of difficult. Because it's a really funny song, to be honest. But anyway, yeah. So, first thing you should know, going into dipping is, well, to start off, I'm gonna start off by saying I have no problem with underage dippers. I started out underage dipping. But I and probably a lot of people that are going to watch this are underage. However, I'm not saying that I have no problem with it, but I'm not saying that's all. Basically, what I'm saying is that's between you. If you are underage, that is between you and your legal guardian. Um, you know, until you're 18 and you're legally able to buy this or buy tobacco products. In all reality, um, that it's between you and your parents or legal guardians. If they say no, then you can't, or you gotta sneak around behind their backs. Um, that's basically what it comes down to. They say no, they say no. Uh, um, that's kind of the reality of being an underage dipper. Um, or wanting to be an underage dipper if you can't. So you may have to wait till you're 18 to start dipping. But anyway, so getting a can, is the first step. You got to get a can. If you are underage, you will find ways of doing this. I did it. You can do it. You got to put your mind to it. I'm sure anybody who wants it bad enough will find a way. I don't have to tell you how. You can figure it out on your own, pretty much. If you want to private message me and ask me certain ways and tips and tricks, you can, but I'd be more than willing to share you ways that I did it, but in all reality, I'm pretty sure anybody that wants this bad enough is smarter than a box of rocks and knows how to do it, basically, or can figure it out on their own. So that is that. If you're above 18, go to the store and buy. Show them your ID. Say, I'm of age, give me my can, pay for it, and walk out the door. So that's the first step. Now, what can to get? That's a little bit tricky. Flavors and cuts, I guess, would be the next step as far as what can to get. That's a controversial topic. Let's start with cuts. There's long cut, there is fine cut, there is snuff, there's pouches, and one that is not very common. It's almost gone into extinction, there's actually a brand new company that is bringing it back now, which is really cool. There's still some companies that were out there that had dips in this cut, but anyway, it's called Fat Cut. Anyway, there were some companies that had dips in them in a fat cut, but oh, and there's also wide cut, which isn't very common either. But anyway, fat cut was almost gone. I mean, there's not very many companies making it anymore. But then Tough Guy Chew, which recently, you'll see my other videos on that. Tough Guy is starting to bring it back. That's they only do fat cuts. It's actually classified as a chew, not a dip. So anyway, go get you some Tough Guy Chew. Love what they're doing. Their dips are great. If you haven't gone and checked out my reviews, and all the other reviews out there on them, there's as people are getting them, they're doing reviews on them. I've seen obviously Mudjug one has done reviews on them. Outlaw has done reviews on them. So those are, I guess, two big people who have done reviews on them. And then all of us little guys have done reviews on them as we've been getting them. So go check out everybody's, especially the little guys. I guess maybe, how do I say this, don't get enough credit for some of the stuff that we do all the time. Like, I know we can try to do it with shoutouts, but I don't know. I'm gonna stop there. So go check that out, or go check out the fat cut reviews. Especially if you're new dipper wanting to try new stuff. All right, I'm gonna stop my commercial, I guess you could say. Back to cuts. Cuts. So you have fine cut, long cut, pouches, fat cut, and wide cut. Wide cut is not the only wide cut that I know of off the top of my head is Grizzly. There seems like there was another one. There's a couple, or there's a couple of them, like 2 or 3, but I can't think. Grizzly wide cut is the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. Fine cuts, there's almost every company has a fine cut version, or has something in a fine cut. Long cuts, everybody's got long cuts. It's pretty much the standard. Everybody's long cut varies. So your long cut, from one company to the next will be a little bit shorter or longer depending on the company. And snuff is basically ground up. I mean, it's like powder. So it's like fine cut, long cut, then you got fine cut, which is, like a third of the length of a long cut, and then you have snuff, which is like sand, pretty much. I mean, it's ground, basically. Um, and then wide cut is just wide. They're not cut as thin, basically. And then which nobody really does. Grizzly's the only one that has really done that. Camel had uh, uh, their version for a while, but then Grizzly bought them out, and it became the Grizzly wide cut. So it didn't really change; it just changed the name. But anyway, then the fat cut is pretty much it's a little bit wider than the wide cut, but then it's also it's almost like squares, pretty much. So yeah. So anyway, what would I recommend for a cut for as far as cuts go? I would say, to be honest, I would say pouches to start out with. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that disagree with me, but really you can start out with anything. But pouches, because they're easy. You pop them in. You get some, you get the kind of taste and the feel for the nicotine, and then they're easy to pop out. And with the actual, like nicotine and all that crap, or not nicotine, with the actual tobacco, the long cut, fine cut, all that crap, you're going to, it's going to be messier. So pouches are a little bit cleaner. They're easier to deal with. So for your first time, I would personally go with pouches. Some people are going to give you shit about it. Personally, I don't. I think they're better for beginners. And in my opinion, those people are just ignorant and are. It's like, really, guys, like, go fuck yourself. Like, they're beginners. They need to, they'll get to where you are, where you can, dip your, Copenhagen snuff or, whatever you think is cool, but they can start out on, Skullberry pouches or whatever you're laughing at them for. But anyway, so I would recommend pouches of some sort. And if you do choose a cut of some sort, I would not recommend fine cut or snuff. I would go with a long cut or the fat cut. Just because they're easier. Fine cut and snuff are very hard to dip, especially snuff. It's very difficult. Anyway, if you hear the term long cut, not long cut, mid cut or mid cut or short cut, those are, you'll never see that on a can anywhere. Those are kind of made up terms that everybody just kind of made up. Shortcut is kind of another term for fine cut. And mid cut is something that people used to describe shorter long cuts. They're talking about long cuts, but like some companies' long cuts are going to be shorter than others. So like they'll talk about long cuts, shorter long cuts. They'll talk about them as mid cuts, but you'll never see mid cut on a can. So yeah. Anyway, so if you hear those two terms, that's what people are talking about or referring to. Anyway, so those are cuts. Flavors, I would go with well, let me give you a rundown on flavors. Natural flavors are typically salty. There's not really any flavor to them. They're just kind of salty. Like pretty much if you like took like kosher salt and just took a handful and put it in your mouth, that's pretty much what natural dips are going to taste like. Straight dips are kind of the same way, but they're going to be sweeter. They're similar to natural dips, but they have like a sweet flavor to them. Wintergreen's obviously a wintergreen flavor. Mint is a mint flavor. The other flavors are pretty much self-explanatory. And they all have different amounts of nicotine in them. The more natural flavored dips, or more natural tobacco flavored dips, like natural tobacco is going to have natural nicotine. Doctored tobacco is going to have doctored nicotine in it. Yeah, like, okay, one thing, everybody talks about wintergreen packing a big buzz. Yeah, it packs a big buzz, but it's fake. It's a fake buzz. Or not a fake buzz, but it's a fake nicotine. So it's like, what would be the best way to describe it? I'm trying to think of something where would you rather have the real thing or the fake? Like, glass. Okay, is the best example. Would you rather have like, plexiglass or real glass? Like, that's kind of what it, like natural dips have real nicotine and pack, a better, more natural buzz. The fruity flavors and stuff they still pack a buzz, but it's doctored and it's fake. Not necessarily fake, but it's it's doctored. It's not natural nicotine. So it's like that plexiglass as opposed to real glass. It's not quality. So yeah, it may be more, but it's because the tobacco companies can just add it in there. They can, put as much as they want into it. Whereas the natural flavors, they're getting all the nicotine from the actual tobacco itself. So anyway, there's that. And then a lot of the other thing with the fruity flavors, some people like them, and that's great if you do. But some of them are not the best. Skulls. A lot of people give Skull shit, but they probably have the best fruity flavors. Kayak's fruity flavors are crap. Timberwolves are alright. Some of them are alright, some of them are not so alright. But Skulls are probably the best. I still wouldn't dip them every day. But they're alright. Out of the fruity flavors, they're the best of the bunch. But anyway, yeah. And obviously, wintergreens and mints are gonna tear your mouth up. So what would I choose for my what would I suggest for a first dip? It's all personal preference. What you want to try first. What would I choose? Personally, I don't know. It is really all personal preference. I would probably have to say mint. Go with something like a mint. I like naturals the best, but naturals are probably might turn you off of dipping just because of the natural flavor of it. It just tastes like salt, and so you may not like it. You kind of have to grow into that. And then the fruity flavors in the wintergreen can be rough on you. I would say mint's probably the best. And again, because of like I said before, the pouches, I would say mint pouches would be the best route to go. Yeah. It's yeah. So you get the can, or you pick out the can. You go into the store, you buy it. Obviously, you come out, all that crap. Don't If this is your first run-in with nicotine, okay, if this is your first run-in with nicotine, make sure to be kind of in a leisure environment. Don't do this while you're driving, or because you could get you most likely, I guess, will get lightheaded, especially if you are a smaller person. If this is not your first run-in with nicotine, if you've been vaping or smoking or whatever, and you just want to switch to dipping, I guess, or add dipping to your activities, then this is not going to be a real big problem. As far as the nicotine goes, your body's already used to the nicotine. I mean, you could do this while you're driving, and you really wouldn't have or there's less likely that you would have a chance of an issue. However, the amount of nicotine that is in one can of, or every can is different, but I should say, I can't even say the average can, but more, I forget where I saw that stat, but typically your cans there's going to be more nicotine in your can of dip than there is in your cigarettes. So I mean, if you're smoking at least a half a pack a day or more, you're going to have no problem with nicotine or with dip. Like, it's not going to faze you. But if you're not smoking or smoking less than that, you're going to feel a buzz when you start dipping. So be in a leisure environment. Yeah. So packing the can, there's several ways to do this. When I pack, so you grab the can, like so, with 2 fingers, and then you take your, with your thumb and your, not, drawing a blank, this finger right here. So you grab it, then these 2 fingers you put underneath it, and then this finger you leave loose, and you're going to smack the top of the can. That's how you would pack. I can't get this finger loose enough to pack it when you shake your wrist. So I actually clamp like this, and I pack with smacking the bottom of the can. Whatever way works for you. There's also side packing, which I can't really figure out how to do it either. I mean, you basically hold the side of the can and uh, and hold the side of the can and pack with you're supposed to pack with this finger like so. Um, I have also seen uh, people hold it like this and pack with their thumb, um, almost like they're hitting a button really fast. Um, if you watching Chris Dips one, he has this Hobbit pack that's like really funky. It's like this. Um, there's two-hand packs. There's like tons of ways to pack. It's personal preference. Figure out a way that works for you. If somebody gives you shit for it, fuck them. It's simple as that. Who gives a shit? Pack the way you want to pack. I don't care. I'm not gonna give you shit for it. You know, I pack funny. It doesn't. I don't care. You're packing your can. I know. I have a friend who doesn't even pack his cans. He doesn't like packed cans. He likes it loose. You know, like it's personal preference, people. If you're so I know there's going to be underage people watching this, so here's a little tidbit on for people, for underagers and stuff. Don't get so caught up and so wrapped up in being selfish and it's gotta be my way or gotta be this way. Diversity is the key to everything. You gotta mix a little bit of everything to make the world. I mean, like, you know, you can't have, you know, you can't have the same of everything to make it work. You gotta have diversity. You just think about that for a second. Okay? It's in everything. Diversity is everywhere. Okay? So, next time you go to bash somebody for being different, think about that. They may not be the same as you. Who gives a fuck? Pardon my French. I'm sorry. But, really. Okay, ran over. But, anyway. So anyway. Pack your can. Crack it. Cracking your can. You can. This can is already cracked, but basically, you can see where it was cracked right there. But you basically take your fingernail and stick it right there. You know, you on an uncracked can, you would feel around, find where the spot is, where that crack would be, and you like dig your fingernail in there, pop it, and then go around, you know, and crack it. Okay. You can't. So you do it that way. You can do it upside down. You can do it right side up. Whatever way works for you is fine. You can crack it, you know, like I always have a knife on me. I crack mine with knives, because that's what works for me. You guys can give me shit all that you want. I don't give a fuck. And if you crack yours with a knife and people give you shit, fuck them. That's what I have to say. You can crack them with anything, dude. Or guys and girls or whatever. You just find that seal. All you gotta do is crack that paper, basically, with a fingernail, knife, anything, guys. Just hop it in there, go around it. They have, like your bottle openers. They have something similar called a can cracker. And you basically, it's a. I don't have one. I really don't even know what they look like or how they work exactly. But you basically, it's a little piece of metal that goes across the top of your can, and it's got like a blade on it, and you set it on there, and then you spin it around the top of the can, and it like goes around and cracks it for you. I haven't gotten one just because I think it's kind of a waste of money. I can flip my knife out, which I have on me all the time, and go around, and my can is cracked. But whatever your personal preference is, guys. So anyway, crack the can. And yeah, you take it out, put it in your lip, and then you can put it on basically center, side, or in the top. If you're a beginner, I would not suggest the top, just because it's very hard to do. It's kind of a more advanced thing. So anyway. Let me grab a pinch here and I would suggest probably the front for beginners. And also too, my pitch is going to be fairly large just because I've been dipping for a while. Get a pinch that you feel comfortable with. If it's literally, guys, if this is the size of your pinch, that's fine. If this is what you're comfortable with, that's all that you need. This, for a beginner, you will still buzz off of this. But my point is, if this is all you're comfortable with, that's totally fine. Don't let people give you shit about this, so you take out, this, okay? Just so people stop giving you shit. And then you, fall over backwards because you took, 3 times what you needed. yeah, or even more than that, as a beginner. So, anyway, um, I don't even take pitches that big on the regular. That's more than, I mean, they're almost as big as that, but not, that's even a little bit bigger than what I normally take. This is about what I take normally. So, I was probably, this is about 2/3 of what the other one was. Got dip everywhere. So I've got it on the side. Well, I'll put it in the front. So, anyway, if you have friends that have mud jugs, I would suggest borrowing one of those, to spin in for the first time. Unless you're outside when you're doing this and you can just spit on the ground. If not, then get a Gatorade bottle. Works the best. You can do a Coke bottle or something like that. But the Coke bottles are a little bit harder to spit in because they're a smaller opening. The little bit bigger opening helps. That's why the mud jugs work the best. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, when I was talking about flavors earlier, I had totally forgotten about Tough Guy. Mainly because they're brand new. And I had filmed this video like 4 months ago, and I never uploaded it because it was, there was some stuff I wanted to cut out and all that crap. And it was kind of a bad sound quality and stuff, so I just refilmed it. But, anyway, Tough Guy has some really cool flavors. So I would suggest maybe trying some of them for your first time too. My personal favorite, I'm doing lemon right now, which is not bad. So far, lemon is probably my second favorite. Orange is my first. I love the orange. I would dip that every day if it was readily available. It's not readily available in my area, so I can't do it every day. But I would dip that every day if I could. But the lemon is a very close second. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be buying more of those too. And as most of you know in my other videos, my natty and my vanilla have not come, so I can't do videos on them yet. Yeah. Anyway, back to the, still cleaning up my dip. Yeah. Once you put the dip in, oh, I didn't even think I covered putting it in. To put it in, just pull your lip out and stick it in. You can put it on your tongue and stick it in, and then take your tongue and push it down into your lip. However, beginners, I wouldn't suggest doing that because your gag reflex isn't used to the dip. That's why I suggest for pouches. Because the pouch is really easy to stick in your, pull your lip out and stick it in. And you're not going to gag on the pouch very much. Yeah. One other thing too. I'm a cook. That's what I do for a living. When I'm at work, I can't dip. Obviously, because I'm around food. I use lemon peels. While I'm at work, I take the lemon. Because we have lemons sliced up for the bar and stuff. So I take lemon peels or lemon slices. I bite out the bite out the inside of it. Take the peel, bite off a little chunk about this big or so. What would be the size of the length of my dip. Or what, the size of maybe like a small pouch, and stick it right where my gum would be, or my dip would be, and it actually like massages your gum. And I'll stick that tip in another video, because some of the more advanced dippers probably aren't watching this, but it massages your gums, and it helps kind of heal your gums up, and it helps you get through the day too. If you're kind of craving nicotine, it helps get that craving, or soothe that craving somewhat, until I can step outside and throw a dip in for 5-10 minutes, kind of like a smoke break, a dip break, so to speak. So that's a little trick. Anyway, taking a dip out, really simple. Pinch it, pull it out, or dig your tongue underneath it and spit it out. Again, your gag reflex is not going to be used to it. You're probably going to gag. So I wouldn't suggest doing that right away. But yeah. So I would suggest pinching it. But yeah. That's about it for that. One more thing, guys. People will always tell you, you know, your teeth are gonna fall out, you're gonna get gum disease, all that crap. There is a chance. I'm not gonna say there's not a chance. Mudjug1 has done a lot of videos on all that kind of stuff. So go check those videos out. And there's a book out there that I want to get. I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to. I forget the name of it. I think it's called For Smokers Only. And he did a very good video on that book and a bunch of other videos about the book and stuff too. You know, and takeaways from the book. But my main point is brush your teeth. As long as you take care of your teeth, you're gonna be fine. Brush your teeth, which you should be anyway. But brush your teeth every day. At least once a day, if not twice. Maybe 3 times, whatever you're comfortable with. I brush my teeth, you know, once, twice a day. I'm fine, dude. I've never had any problems with my gums and my teeth in regards to dipping. Yeah, I've had cavities and stuff, but they've never been as a result of dipping. They were all prior to dipping. Since I've started dipping, I've never had any cavities. They were all when I was a kid, basically. Yeah. Take care of your teeth, guys. You'll never have any problems. Simple as that. Yeah. Just seriously, take care of your teeth and you will not have problems. The chances of you having serious problems are 1 in a million if you take care of your teeth and your gums. Regular toothbrushes are fine. The better quality toothbrushes are better, obviously. Electric toothbrushes are even better. There's a toothbrush out there, I forget the name of it exactly, but it's like it's an electric toothbrush, but it doesn't rotate the bristles. It vibrates. The brush actually like goes up and down like this. And it's like almost the best quality toothbrush you can get. It's almost like $60, but it's the best for dippers out there. I wish I knew what it was called. I'll get some more information and put it in a different video, so look for that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. So anyway, keep packing, dip strong. Anyway, holler, y'all. Catch you on the dip side. Dip 45 out.